My dear brothers, the proximity of these events is becoming more and more imminent and could even occur in the next few days. In a vision, a majestic angel with wings as bright as the sun appeared and began to speak in a firm and powerful voice, giving Father Peter a heavenly warning. The angel revealed that he would soon face indescribable suffering, a premonitory sign of a period of global purification. The imminent figure of the beloved pontiff, revered by millions of faithful, would become the symbol of the necessary sacrifice for humanity, which is on the brink of a moral and spiritual abyss. As the angel spoke, the image of Charles Acute appeared in the starry sky. Charles, a young devotee who had recently been canonized, appeared as a beacon of hope, with his life dedicated to faith and charity. He was now becoming a guiding light for all those who felt lost in the darkness. The angel explained that Charles Acute would represent the purity and faith needed to face the future. His story, steeped in miracles and dedication, has inspired millions of people, reminding them of the importance of faith and the need to stand firm in their spiritual convictions. The vision quickly changed, revealing scenes of conflict and war. A great international power, armed to the teeth, attacked Father Peter's nation, spreading destruction and chaos. Cities were in flames, and cries of despair mingled with the roar of explosions. The smoke-darkened sky reflected the gravity of the situation. This great international conflict was not just a war of armies, but a spiritual battle between the forces of good and evil. In addition, natural disasters such as earthquakes and tsunamis added to the already devastating scenario, unmistakable signs of divine wrath and the need for a return to authentic faith. Father Peter watched the events with horror as celestial phenomena began to manifest themselves. Shooting stars crossed the night sky in flames, eclipses obscured the sun and moon, and mysterious lights danced in the darkness. These phenomena were clear and unmistakable signs of divine return, an urgent call to faith and conversion in the midst of tribulation. Each shooting star represented a call to hope, each eclipse a moment of reflection on the fragility of human life. The vision concluded with a message of spiritual renewal and hope. Despite the suffering and devastation, the angel assured Father Peter that, after the period of purification, the world would enter an era of unprecedented peace and spiritual faith. Renewed, the world would find a new harmony under divine guidance, a place where hope and faith would triumph over darkness. The promise of a better future illuminated everyone's heart, encouraging them to keep faith and hope even in the darkest moments. The combination of fear and hope dominated their hearts. The vision, vivid and powerful, could not be ignored. He understood that his mission was to prepare his community and perhaps the whole world for what was about to happen. With renewed determination, he began to share the divine message and prepare everyone for the imminent purification. Over the next few months, Father Peter's message spread rapidly. The figure of Charles Acute, beloved and venerated, became an even more powerful symbol of hope and faith. His devotion to the Eucharist and his stories of faith and miracles were told at every celebration, inspiring young and old to rediscover their spirituality. The Pope's suffering, as predicted, became a catalyst for a global movement of prayer and penance. Visions of conflict and war became a sad reality. The great international powers began to move their armies, devastating Father Peter's nation. However, in the midst of the destruction, heavenly signs continued to manifest, strengthening the faith of those who believed in the priest's message. Shooting stars and eclipses were interpreted as divine messages, an invitation to keep the faith despite the difficulties. The people's spiritual resilience was tested, but the promise of spiritual renewal and lasting peace gave them the strength to move forward. Prayer groups were formed all over the world, and churches were full of believers seeking comfort and guidance in the figure of Charles Acute, who continued to shine like a beacon at night, a living example of how faith can transform the world. As time passed, the conflicts began to subside, and a new sense of hope emerged. Natural disasters, once seen as divine punishment, came to be seen as opportunities to rebuild and renew the world. Communities came together to rebuild their lives, guided by the faith and hope they found during the difficult times. Finally, as promised in Father Peter's vision, the world entered an era of peace. The spiritual lessons learned during the purification period transformed humanity. Faith was no longer seen only as a refuge in times of difficulty, but as a vital and constant force. The world, now renewed, lived in harmony, where hope and faith triumphed over darkness, bringing a new era of peace and spirituality. Communities became more united, compassionate, and aware of their role in the great divine plan. Charles Acute, the young saint, was remembered and revered throughout the world. His life and teachings continued to inspire generations, demonstrating that faith and hope could illuminate even the darkest moments. Father Peter, now aged, watched with gratitude as the world welcomed and transformed the message he had received on that extraordinary night. The cycle of suffering and purification had led humanity to a new dawn. Spiritual renewal was no longer a mere hope, but a reality lived out every day. The shooting stars, eclipses, and mysterious lights in the sky became memories, symbols of a journey that led to redemption and peace. With renewed and pacified faith, the world found a stable home in the hearts of men and women. Hope, once a fragile flame, now shone strong and intense, guiding humanity towards a future of harmony and spirituality. Father Peter's vision had been fulfilled, and the world was reborn under the sign of faith, hope, and divine love. Each community, inspired by the teachings of Charles Acute, came to value charity, compassion, and the importance of an active spiritual life more deeply. Carlos' story, marked by miracles and devotion, became a beacon for everyone, encouraging actions of kindness and solidarity. Father Peter, on seeing this transformation, felt a deep sense of satisfaction and gratitude. He understood that his mission had been accomplished and that the divine message had found fertile soil in many hearts. The changes were not just external. People began to cultivate a deeper spirituality and a renewed commitment to the faith. Nature, previously a witness to so many disasters, began to reflect the peace found in human hearts. Communities worked together to rebuild their lives and care for the environment, seeing past disasters as an opportunity to create a more harmonious and sustainable world. Ultimately, Father Peter's vision turned out to be a prophecy of hope and renewal. The world, transformed by faith and divine love, was now living in an era of lasting peace. The journey of suffering and purification had led to a collective redemption, where spirituality was a vital and constant force, lighting the way to a future filled with hope and harmony. As the world embraced this new era of peace and spirituality, the memory of past suffering remained alive as a warning and guide. Communities became stronger, building not only physical structures, but also bonds of solidarity and mutual understanding. Churches were no longer just places of worship, but community centers where people came together to support each other. Father Peter, although old, remained a central figure in this spiritual renewal. His wisdom and experience were sought after everywhere, and his life became a continuous pilgrimage, taking the message of hope and faith to the four corners of the world. Every word, every sermon was permeated with the depth of his vision, and people listened to him with reverence and gratitude. The communities, inspired by Father Peter's teachings, began to cultivate a deeper spirituality. Teachings about the importance of solidarity and compassion took root in people's daily lives. Support groups formed, helping to face challenges and celebrating victories together. The figure of Saint Michael the Archangel became a powerful symbol of protection and faith. The prayer to Saint Michael, asking for defense against the evil and snares of the devil, was recited with fervor. People looked to him for refuge from spiritual dangers, trusting in his ability to plunge Satan and all evil spirits into hell. Devotion to Mary, Mother of Mercy, also flourished. The fervent supplications of the faithful were directed to her, asking for help in times of need and danger. Belief in Mary's power to save where human help fails grew stronger, and her intercession was constantly sought. People firmly believed that Mary could not disregard the pleas of her children and that she would show her maternal power in situations of greatest need. Father Petar, in his sermons, reinforced the importance of this devotion. He reminded everyone that, in times of greatest difficulty, faith and prayer were the most powerful tools they had. His message of hope resonated deeply, inspiring many to seek a closer relationship with the divine. Thus, the new era of peace and spirituality not only transformed physical and social structures, but also revitalized faith and hope in people's hearts. Father Petar's vision was fully realized, bringing about a spiritual rebirth that lit the way to a future filled with harmony and divine love. Thank you for watching this video. Leave your like and subscribe to the Living Hope channel on YouTube. Activate notifications by clicking on the bell to receive other publications.